Thank you very much, Dean Harris. I appreciate all those kind words and the exaggeration of them. I appreciate them very, very much. It's wonderful to see you all here, and we've all been excited about it. When I walked in tonight, it's sort of interesting. You have different groups of alumni, and I'll not start going down the different professional groups that often get together for special occasions like this, but I walked through the door and I knew exactly which college this gathering was tonight because it was absolutely the most unruly and loudest and most sociable group that we have had yet. It was very hard to bring them to order. So I knew it was the gathering of the law school. I also knew something else when Dean Harris didn't introduce all the members of the judiciary individually, and that means he's not planning to go back to the active practice of law very soon. So, you learn several things all at once. But it's wonderful to be here with you tonight. It's a special event. We have been so excited in anticipation of this that we have arranged special seismic events across the state of Oklahoma in preparation for the dinner this evening. But we are very glad to be here all together, and it does have the feeling of a family gathering, and that's what the law school is. That's what we all enjoyed when we were at the law school, that sense of being a family, that sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, and it's still very much alive. I do want to say that any great institution is a combination of having together great faculty and great students all together in the same place. And that's exactly, I'll say a word more about it in just a minute, but that's exactly what we have at our College of Law at the University of Oklahoma. And I would like to ask all the faculty members and all the students who are here together tonight to please stand, faculty and students together, so we can express our admiration for you. It's a special evening made all the more special because of the individuals that we've come together to honor tonight. DeVere Pearson, Bill Ross, Bill Paul, and the late Ada Loy Sipyul Fisher, a dear friend of all of us and in whom we take great pride. And so it's special for that reason. These are individuals who have helped transform this law school into one of the greatest law schools in the country. These are people in their personal and political lives who have recognized the importance of the rule of law and have advanced it in our society. And when we come together on an occasion like this, we do focus on the importance of the rule of law as the glue that holds us together. We often like to say, in a sort of shorthanded way, that we're a government of laws. We are not a government of men and women. And actually, I think we all realize that that is not exactly true. We are a government of laws in the sense that the same rules apply to everyone, and these rules are to be carried out impartially. But at the same time, unless there are men and women who are willing to be stewards of the law, unless there are men and women who are willing to exercise moral courage and to stand up for the law itself, even when it may be unpopular to do so, that's why we have a Bill of Rights in our Constitution. Without men and women who are stewards of the law itself cannot prevail. It cannot protect itself. It cannot execute itself. It takes people, great lawyers, great members of this profession, great practicing lawyers, great judges, to preserve the rule of law in our society. And what a privilege it is tonight to be able to recognize in person 3 and in memory 1 of the graduates of this College of Law who've met that test of stewardship and high standards in the legal profession. And we also celebrate our law school itself and how far it has come. It started out with great strength, as we all know. Starting out with Dean Manette, this law school was known as the mother or father of law school deans. And how remarkable it is. 8 deans of major law schools have been produced by this College of Law, either those who taught here early in their careers or those who were students, including the deans of Stanford Law School, including the deans of schools that are our rivals, Nebraska, Texas, and others, whose law deans came and were the products of experiences at the University of Oklahoma. And then we've gone through periods of times of great crises in our law school. I think all of us know we had such a crisis about 17 years ago when we found that we were on the verge of losing our full accreditation and rights because we had not met some of the directives of the National Law Schools Committee of the American Bar Association. We needed great expansion of our library. We needed additional facilities. We needed additional programs for our students. And I think we all know that we began to turn around the ship, and a ship does not turn around on its own. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank those deans that have come before for all they've done, and especially to thank Dean Andy Coates for accepting the challenge. And after I'd given him a talk about what did he want to see written on his tombstone, he did finally decide that he would like to say, help save the University of Oklahoma College of Law. So Andy, we thank you. We thank you very much for helping to build this foundation. Now think about where we were. It was for a very short time, this period of crisis, because we had gone through many decades of greatness at our College of Law, and we've returned to it. And today, when you think about this College of Law, as we celebrate those that we honor tonight, we also celebrate our College of Law and where it is today. It is so selective that only approximately 1 out of every 8 applicants to the College of Law is accepted as being students at the College of Law. And I might add to that this year, recently, the U.S. News and World Report released its list of the most popular, sought-after law schools in the United States of America, and the University of Oklahoma College of Law was in that list of the top 10 law schools most popular and sought after in the United States. Not to mention that over the past 10 years, all of the law school students, graduates of law schools, not only in this state, not only in this region, but all across the United States, every single law school, if you look at all of them, the graduates of the University of Oklahoma College of Law, in terms of those who've taken the Oklahoma bar exam, had the highest passage rate, above 94% of all the law schools in the entire country. So that shows the caliber of students that we're graduating from our College of Law. There's so many things to be proud of. One of the things that I'm proudest of this year is that our students this year set a new record. Our students this year provided themselves over 10,000 hours of pro bono service to worthy causes and those in need while they're still in law school. They're already giving back. That makes us tremendously proud of this College of Law and its values. Building on this foundation, we have a new dean now. Is this your first year, your second year? It's your second year. And I think you can tell he's totally lacking in energy, but otherwise he's really off to a strong start. And he has already begun some initiatives which build our strength for the future. He's created a new ceremony, a convocation ceremony for the College of Law, which is much like the white coat ceremony for first-year medical students in medical school, to talk about the meaning of the profession, to talk about the obligations of the profession in our society, to educate others, to help others to understand that when we allow the rights of any one person to be violated, we really put at risk the rights of all of us. So that strong sense of obligation, that strong sense of giving back and maintaining laws strong in our society. And it's really been inspirational. I know Justice Taylor has been there on both of these first 2 convocations, and it has been a wonderful experience to watch our first-year law students and to see their reaction to the challenges given to them to uphold the high standards of our profession. Second new initiative is what we're doing tonight, the Order of the Owl, the Hall of Fame induction of graduates of the College of Law. And again, I think that's so important, the continuity between the law students of today, as we said, spanning, and the alumni, active alumni that span some 75 years apart in age, who are 70 years apart in age, who are still really connecting with each other. And I can remember when I was in law school, some of the graduates who came back to talk about what the practice of law meant to them. I can still remember some of their words, and they had enormous influence. So what a great occasion it is for us to have students and graduates sitting together talking about this college, which means so much to us. There have been instituted a whole new series of brown bag lunches with legal scholars talking informally and entertaining questions from our students. I had the opportunity to go over when Greg Craig, the past White House Chief Legal Counsel, spoke to our students over sandwiches at lunch, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. In our human rights clinic, we have a number of students who are studying human rights and the maintenance of human rights, sometimes against great odds in countries around the world. This year, 8 of our students from that clinic sought to go to the countries that they were studying, Uganda, Venezuela, and Suriname. And thanks to the alumni and thanks to the action of the leadership of the law school and Dean Harris, all 8 were provided with stipends which paid their full ways to go to those countries and to work with the legal systems there and to work to try to advance social justice in those societies. Also, we are now, for the first time, have a permanent relationship with Renmin University in Beijing for a summer program that will be offered every year to internationalize the experience of our law students while they're here. And I can't think, as we look forward, the most important bilateral relationship in our future is the relationship between the United States and China. And to have our law students now have the opportunity to have these permanent programs in the summer, and this personal relationship is really extraordinary. What else has happened in the last 18 months? Well, 3 of the 7 largest gifts ever made to the College of Law have been made in a single 18-month period. We have a new LLM program, thanks to the Stewart Family Foundation, named in honor of John Turner. We have the largest gifts to scholarships ever made in the history of the College of Law, a $6 million gift given by Edna and Professor Frank L. Curry, and how that touches us, how that speaks to who we are in the College of Law, that a dedicated faculty member who spent all of his life in the College of Law, 50 years teaching and still serving as faculty member emeritus at the College of Law, would leave all of his and his wife's worldly goods to the College of Law for scholarships for our students. How that warms our hearts. We also had another $1 million gift that was anonymous to our College of Law for scholarships. And the new Dean's Council, which has been formed, had a goal in 5 years of reaching 20 members. These are those who give $5,000 a year to help the College of Law unrestricted. A goal of 20 after 5 years. Well, we have 26 after 1 year. In fact, even less than 1 year. And we have another council, the Second Century Scholarship Council, which also has been formed with those who are giving $1,500 a year or more to the college for scholarship help. And again, our goal was to have 20 members after 5 years, and we have 26 members of that council as well. We have so much to celebrate tonight. The satisfaction that all of us who are in any way, directly or indirectly, involved with the legal profession have in terms of the kind of role, the role that should be played by a great profession in keeping our society strong and great. The satisfaction we have in honoring role models, important role models, who are being honored tonight for our students, and the satisfaction of being part of this College of Law faculty. We celebrate that this College of Law is truly on the move. Thank all of you for sharing this special evening together with us.
We're going to break for dinner, but I would like, if I could, before President Boren sits down, to make one quick announcement, which I'm very excited to announce. I was with Judge Mike Burridge and Reggie Whitten a few days ago, and we were talking about this evening and the role of a great public law school and the greatest influences in their lives in terms of their desire to engage in public service and to give back. And Judge Mike Burridge and Reggie Whitten created the first major endowment ever and named it the David and Molly Boren Public Interest Fellowships, and have created opportunities for students that want to enter the public service while in law school but couldn't otherwise afford to do so. So in honor of you, Molly Boren, and President Boren, this is their gift to you. Thank you both.